Hello Frenzy, my name is Kate Shark and welcome back to Rainswept. Now, we've got a couple things done in the last one, and we got a few more things we got to do for today. And I don't know how long this game is, and I apologize. I've been trying to keep the episodes about half an hour, just so they don't get too long or anything like that. But we've got a couple things we need to do. We need to meet Father Smith again, and then I think we got to go back and talk to Alan and talk to him a bit, but I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I need the map. Oh my goodness. So, I need to go back up to Main Street and then we can go to the church. Oh wait, we need to go this way. And I'm really enjoying this game. I really love the storytelling aspect of it. It's very... I know I've said this... Oh god, sorry, cat's trying to get in my lap. I've said this a couple times, but a few games I've played, it's very Twin Peaks-esque. Come on, hop in my lap then. Gives you very Twin Peaks vibes and all that jazz, which I really like. But yeah, it's very Twin Peaks and... I don't know, I love a good murder mystery, which is probably... I don't love it. I hate that someone had to die and be murdered over something stupid, but... he isn't here. Hang on, I'll go look for him inside. Oh, leave me out in the rain, thank you. Father Smith will be out in a minute. Detective, what are you? Quite a steep drop, huh? Yeah, so it is. So why don't you step back a bit? Why is there no fence here? Well, the rain kept knocking it down, so they removed it. They plan to build a stronger one soon. But why? Nothing. Just made me think. About? Well, if someone fell from here, they'd definitely die. Makes you think, doesn't it? How you live, it doesn't matter how good, how exciting, or how happy your life is. It's all meaningless in the end. Nobody's ever going to remember anything, or anyone. What's the point? That's a really dark way to look at things. I don't know, Detective. Why are you... I try not to think of these things. But it matters, though, doesn't it? There is a point. The rest of us were left with their memories. We live our lives with that. The time we had with them is everything to us. What about Chris and Diane? What happens when there's no one left to miss them? When the only other person who'd have thought of you is gone as well? Don't they just disappear? Does their loss even matter if it doesn't hurt anyone? It's a good thing almost, in a way. I know there's Brad, but... Sorry to keep you waiting, Detective. How can I help you? I had a few questions. Did Jack come here on the 6th? Well, Detective, it was a Sunday, so yes he did. Alright, any reason he would want to keep this private? I don't know, people come to the church all the time. I don't see why he'd want to hide that from you. Okay. About the hotel that Chris wanted to open here. You said he had issues getting it approved? Yes. Was that it? Was that the only thing holding the project back? No, there were a number of different issues. Like, well, sometimes the tools being used for construction would go missing. There was this other incident when most of the machinery and tools were possibly sabotaged, covered with tar. Tar? Yeah, the kind they use for waterproofing or sealing roofs, I think. That wasted a lot of time and money, from what I recall. Do you have any idea if Jack was friends with or close to Chris and Diane? I don't know, Detective. As you heard, nobody was really close with them. But I did see Jack talking to Diane a couple of times in the church early on. I don't want to assume, but I think it would be safe to say that Jack cared for her well-being. Any idea Any idea who could have been involved if it was indeed an act of sabotage? Oh no, I can only guess. It would have to be someone that's handy with all his tools, I think. And Jack had tar in his garage. Did Chris ever discuss any of these issues with you? Did all this cause any sort of problems between Chris and Diane? Oh, cause all sorts of trouble. You're right about that. Ow, ow! Chris came over to the church to talk about it. In the month of May, I think it was? Ooh. Memories. Oh, okay. Are you going to confession? Oh, look, that's pretty. Stay off the computer. Stop it. Hello, Chris. You look troubled. Everything okay? It's nothing. I'm just a little worried. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. Is it about the hotel? No. Well, maybe. Something's not right. Diane, I don't know. She's unhappy. Do you think she doesn't like it here in Pineview? Maybe. I don't know, but it feels like it. She was okay with it before, when she come down to visit me. Now that she's here for good, does she want to leave? Go back? How can she? She can't really go back. There's nothing for her to go back to. Get down if you're going to be mean. I don't know if it's about living here, though. She's just very different sometimes. I don't know how to describe it. It's like she's someone else sometimes. Like I'm talking to someone completely different. Sad thing is she's probably got PTSD from what happened with her and her stepdad, and if you love someone with PTSD, a lot of times, sometimes it's not that person. Well, that's all done. What do you think? Looks amazing. You're awesome. You know that, right? By the way, what's the situation back home? Are we going to be in trouble about the whole thing? I spoke to Mom. I just said something. Something. Yeah, that I just wanted to stay away for a while. Really? Anyway, it's not important. Forget about it. It's been dealt with. Okay. What, you think I'm hiding something? I didn't even say anything. You thought it. I can't help that, though, can I? All I can do is decide whether or not to say it. In any case, I don't think you're hiding anything. I'm just surprised it all went smoothly. I'm happy about that. So what are you thinking? Gonna pick up a job here? I don't think so. Why not? How long is this whole hotel construction supposed to take exactly? Well, the plans have been finalized. Now they just need to get approved. That's gonna keep you busy. Yes, but it's exciting, right? Anything wrong, Diane? No, Chris, relax. Oh, all right. It's gonna rain. There's a lot here. I love it. I hate it. Why? I just do. Is that a problem? I just asked why. Rain is dreadfully boring. It traps you in your own home. That's why, okay? Hey, what's wrong? When did we start arguing over this? Chris, I'll be fine. That's the sad thing is, things like that, little things can set him off. Did you catch what Father Smith said there? Someone had been sabotaging the construction site? With tar, looks like we need to pay our man Jack another visit. Why? Oh, shit. It's got him, things, shit. Believes Jack cared for Diane's well-being. This thing keeps hitting glitches. I was wondering why she was talking to Chris. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to meet Jack. And I can't remember how to get to his. Okay, so I guess we'll go over to Jack. So we gotta go all the way back down, and we'll go down to Jack there, and hopefully this thing will sort itself out. How stupid is this? I'm gonna cut all this out. What's that? Exactly right. Oh, it won't even let me. Oh, will it make me go down here? There we go. Back to normal. I don't see him anywhere. Okay. Let's look around. Memories. Let's see how the car is. Is this thing ever going to get fixed? Okay. Well, his car's here. Oh, he's not here. What do we do? Send an officer over to his house. His car is still here, so he must be in Pineview. Until then, we've got other leads we need to follow. Let's go talk to Alan. Why did we go all the way out there just to see that? Oh my. Hello, Alan. How long are you going away for? Oh, hey, Detective. A couple of days, I think. What are you going for? Oh, just to get some supplies for the pub and everything, you know? Gonna take you a couple of days. You know, I was thinking the same thing. What's in Fairwoods, Alan? Fairwoods? Why would you say that? I'm not... Wait, are you going back to Fairwoods? No, I don't know why. And who's Audrey? How did you... Alan? I didn't know how to tell you, Mark. Detective Audrey is my wife. Was, I guess. 5 years ago, we had no choice but to end our marriage. It wasn't bitter. We just wanted different things from each other. Okay. About a month or so back, she called me. I learned that Audrey had breast cancer. What? I didn't know how to tell you all this, Mark. About 5 years of absolutely no contact, something broke. I realized I just had to see her again. On the 6th, the day of the incident, we learned that she'd been cured. The cancer is gone. That's where I was on the 6th, Detective. With her in the hospital she's being treated at. But why keep it a secret and risk becoming a suspect? Audrey and I talked and realized we want to get back together. She said she's wanted that from our first day apart, but only if I wanted it too. But I didn't want Mark to know. I didn't know how to tell him that I was going back after everything. After my marriage ended, it was a difficult time for both Mark and I as a family. It was in a bad way, but I didn't suffer alone. Mark suffered with me, emotionally and even financially. He spent a month in Fairwoods with me, holding my life together. He kept me from falling apart. He made sacrifices for my sake. After I joined him in Pineview, he let me stay in his place for a month. I couldn't find any work, so he split his cafe and let me run a business without taking any money for the place. I didn't know how to tell you that I was going to disregard everything you've done for me, Mark. That I was going to go back and turn your suffering meaningless. That all you went through was for nothing. Alan, you idiot. All you had to do was talk to me about it, openly and honestly. You know that isn't easy. Well, you know that I wouldn't be hurt at all. All those years back, I suffered for you because I love you. Because I want you to be happy. If going back makes you happy, that's all that matters to me now. Not that we wasted a lot of money and energy some years back. Mark, you don't know how happy I am for you right now. Plus, we had fun here, right? Thank you, Mark, for everything. I'll make it up to you somehow, I swear. Am I free to leave, Detective? You can call up the hospital and confirm my story. Alright, will you be coming back to Pineview soon? I should be back in a day or two. I'll be here for some time before moving back to Fairwoods. Okay. Mystery solved. I hope things work out for him. I don't think he's ever really gotten over her. Oh, not what I want. I'm going to be a little lonely without him here, working right next to the cafe. I'll visit more often, Mark. I mean, I already come every morning, but still. Thanks, Officer Blunt. Anyway, how's the investigation going, Detective? You know we can't talk about the case, Mark. Of course. But it's odd, you know? I don't get it. People say they are extremely toxic and on the verge of killing each other anyway, but I never saw that. I only heard from others, as I expect they did as well. Those two looked fine, except for the last few months where they stopped coming out of their house. I mean, couples argue, right? Nothing wrong with that, as long as they try to work on it. And I think they did do that. In fact, I remember once in the cafe. Memory. I mean, when you're angry, it feels like you've completely forgotten that we have. Everything that we have. It almost feels like you don't know me, that I love you. As if I'm a stranger and that you've never felt anything for me. Chris, it isn't like that. Yeah, it's not. She's got, what it is, she has PTSD, and you have outbursts like that, and it sucks. Remember that time when We had pizza at your place when I was moving into my place. When I was moving into my new home, and you and Brad had come over to help me move. And then we only had a few minutes together while Brad made coffee. And how it was such a difficult moment for both of us, not knowing when we'd meet next. That situation of being forced apart was so difficult to live with. I missed you so much that day. Moments like those are always alive in the back of my head, even when we're arguing. It's why I don't want to destroy you in a fight. I feel too much for you to ever do that. But those moments, it's like they never existed or mattered to you. They did, and I don't want to destroy you either, Chris. I don't know, sometimes it feels like you do. Chris, it's just that when I'm angry, I forget about all that. Only for that moment. You hold yourself back because of the good times, but I can't. I guess I do forget everything for a bit. But I do love you too, Chris. What should we do? I don't know. Just remember all this when it sounds like I'm losing my mind. That I don't mean any of the terrible things I say and just try to ignore it, maybe? Oh wait, what's this in my pocket? What? Do you really walk around with Post-its in your pocket? Sometimes. We can pin up major points that we can refer to during arguments, and hopefully it doesn't work like that. This isn't science, they're just emotions. But how else do we make it work? I don't know, not like this. Alright, let's just write stuff down for fun. We don't need to pin it up. Come on. Fine, let's make your dumb notes. Well, show me. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What does that mean? So what we're doing now, we're discussing our issues and not ignoring them. Let's keep doing that. Convey patiently. You know me, I get messed up when you talk to me like you don't even know me. Let's discuss our issues patiently. I know it's hard to keep calm at times, but let's not say horrible things to each other. Yeah, alright. Recall. During arguments, it's like you don't remember who I am. Try to think back about all the good times we had together. Don't forget that just because you're annoyed. I can't do that when I'm angry, Chris. I already told you. You have to scrap this one. I just can't think about any of the good stuff when I'm annoyed. Alright. Okay. This, no need to keep up with each other's bullshit if they say something that hurts you or something you don't like. If something's bothering you, let the other person know. Don't put up with it and suffer in silence. Thank you. Just say what's wrong. You know I'd never suffer in silence. Yes, I do. Seriously? You complain about it, that I should give you more time and attention. Yeah, but don't put it up on a wall, Chris. Okay. What's this? A mathematical equation? I know you get mad if I start analyzing what makes you angry. You've said you just need a little space for a while and you'll be fine. Figuring it out and analyzing makes things worse and gives you another reason to get even angrier. So when I do that, let me know by saying it's happening that you're about to get really mad. Say that and I'll disappear and just give you the space to cool off. What? It's happening? That sounds so dumb. I'm not going to do that. Fine, I'll give it a shot. Oops. Who? What? This is for me. When it feels like you don't even know me. Chris, you don't need to be a reminder for that. It sucks that you don't. Just know it. I know it. Just the same you can't recall the good times. I can't see any sign of love in you during our arguments. Chris, please don't. I don't want to see a note on the wall every day questioning the validity of my feelings for you. My feelings are real. Please don't question them. Alright. Well, that was fun. Fun. I love the sound of thunder and the rain. This cafe is so cozy I could come here every day. Take me with you. So, that's just what I think. They Detective. Oh, my throat. You asked to be informed if Jack returned. Well, he's back now. Perfect. Great job, Watts. Officer Blunt, we should go talk to Jack. Mark, thanks for the information. What the? I did it again. Sup, D? I need to ask you some questions. Shoot. Not literally. Let's see. Have you told us everything that happened on the 6th? Of course, why wouldn't I? Unless I skipped something consciously. You mean subconsciously? Something that I might have assumed unimportant. What's the Stranger Things music? And what would that be? I mean, I did go to church that day, but you know, big deal, right? Jack, we know that you met Diane alone more than a couple of times. We know that Chris's site was sabotaged by using tar and that you had a bucket with you on some days back. So unless you tell us your version of events and how you're involved but not guilty, I see things becoming very difficult for you from here on out. I'm only going to ask you a single question now. Answer honestly. Did you sabotage Chris's hotel construction site with tar, or did you not? Yes, I did. Look, man, yes, I did sabotage the construction site, but it wasn't me that planned that. I don't know what else Father Smith has been involved with, but he put me up to this. I was only following his orders, dude, and I had my reasons. Start talking, Jack, and what have you been up to? Why were you secretly secretly meeting Diane and the hotel project? What's going on? Okay, bottom line is, he didn't want the project coming up. I don't know why. He paid me to sabotage the construction. He gave me the tools for it, more than once. The tar, he gave me that too. He asked me to steal and wreck their tools. And yeah, he gave me good money to do it. That's how I got my convertible. He said the project was causing problems between the two. They were constantly fighting about it. No, they were fighting about, back at the town hall earlier. When I was meeting with them about the project, I saw this magazine about beachside hotels and... Are you listening, Diane? Of course, baby. It got me thinking. There's so many advantages to building on the coast. The beach, the water sports, even the transport, good infrastructure. Okay, so nothing. I'm just thinking about how nice beach resorts are. Right. Yeah, it sounded like you had an idea to do it. What do you mean, what? Can't believe you're already bored of Pineview. He didn't say that. I'm not. I love it here. You sure about that? I mean, it does sound. So, what are you reading? Hello? I thought you were obsessed with this project, that it had to be in Pineview. I'm amazed that you can just lose interest so easily. I'm not moving on from here, Diane. I'm thinking about all that is childish and irresponsible. What's the point? No, well, actually it works. You see, one option would be to get this up and running, and then, oh God, Chris, you don't need to explain everything. Whoa, okay, Diane, what's wrong? What's going on? I mean, it's just one big dumb misunderstanding. I'm bad at explaining myself. Ugh, no, you're just dumb. Diane, seriously. You overanalyze everything. What else do you expect me to do when you don't explain what's going on with you? I'm not a bloody mind reader, Diane. Shame. Probably be a more lucrative business. I get it. You think Pineview is great and I shouldn't even think of leaving. I never said that. In any case, the point is whether or not I like Pineview. It's that you like Pineview. You're supposed to love this place. You can't just start thinking of beaches all of a sudden. I don't... Supposed to look. What do you mean by supposed to? I'm a grown-ass man, Diane. I think I can think of other places, the future. I'm so lost with you, honestly. What is it even safe to talk about anymore? Oh no, I mentioned booking a holiday. I hope it doesn't piss Diane off. Oh shit, I asked her if she wanted a coffee. I hope I haven't ruined Diane's day. You're being a child. What is safe, Diane, really? It's like I have to filter my own goddamn thoughts just in case all of this happens. I don't understand you. Don't blame me if you can't read people, Chris. It's not my fault you were wired wrong. Ooh, that was ugly. So that's how you feel, huh? Wired wrong? That's a really shitty thing to say. Can we stop? It's giving me a headache. Sure, Diane. Whatever you want. That was kind of mean. Chris. I know that was really terrible. I said some really mean things. It's just that way with me. When I get pissed off, I blow up. I say horrible things. Things I don't mean. I'm sorry you had to put up with that. You've been in there a while now. Are you okay? Chris? Yeah. There you are. I'm gonna make some coffee, alright? Then we can watch a scary movie together. Plus it's raining. It sounds fun, right? Yeah. I'm sorry for snapping at you. I love you, Chris. I wanted to help Diane. If scrapping the project was going to make her happy, then I was up for it. But that wasn't the only reason I did it. Diane, she was beginning to feel scared, man. Scared of Chris. He had a gun. They'd had a couple of arguments, and she said the gun was always within reach. That's a bit of a jump. No way I care about you, and I want you to be safe. But there's no way I'm going to get involved with a gun. Please, Jack, I'm not safe. Please don't leave me in this situation. I don't know. Tell the cops. If this could get really shitty if we try to handle it ourselves. I can't tell the cops. What would I tell them? He keeps it up there in that drawer. I just want you to take the gun and go. Leave the rounds here, please. Just, please, Jack. I talked to Father Smith about this. He convinced me that the only way to end their arguments was to take the hotel out of the equation. I agree that it doesn't sound like the best way to help anyone, and I realized that soon enough, too. All it did was cause more arguments, not make her happy. As Father Smith convinced me it would. Yeah, that's only going to cause more trouble. I was a little slow to catch on, but I eventually did, so I thought, what did you think, Jack? What did you do? I decided to go and confront Chris, talk to him face to face, and tell him what I'd done, and show him that he was making Diane miserable. I wanted to stay out of it all, but I'd done a lot of damage. I needed to fix things. I couldn't sleep. On the 6th, I was frustrated. I started walking over to their place. That's when I heard the gunshot. How many shots did you hear? Just one. That's when I freaked out and ran back to my place. That's all I heard. I wasn't even sure the shots came from their place. It was obvious the next morning. Did you see anyone after the shots? No, I didn't see anyone on my way back. What time was this? I don't really remember. Probably after 12 a.m. You sure it was after 12? I just remember it was about 12:30 when I got back. So probably my place is about 15 minutes from theirs. I mean, I don't have anything to really arrest him for. I mean, just damaging it. He did withhold evidence, but let him go. All right, Jack. I'm going to let you go home for now. I don't want you leaving Pineview and going anywhere we can't get in touch with you. You got that? Sure, dude. I'll be in my shop if you need anything. Detective, I've got some news for you. Diane's father wasn't even in the country. That's all right, Ryan. It doesn't matter anymore. Run up some officers and search the town for Father Smith. Officer Blunt, come with me. We'll look for him in the church. We need to find him now. Huh. Come on. Okay, so let's see here. Confront Father Smith. All right, so I might leave this episode off here because I don't know how much longer we've got, and I think we're going to leave this off here, and we'll come back and wrap everything up. From the sound of things, everything's going to get wrapped up here pretty soon. So I'm going to leave this episode off here. So thank you all for watching this episode. Be sure to chomp down on that like button if you did like it. Leave a comment down below with any other game suggestions or video ideas that you'd like to see from me. Share this channel with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already to see other videos that I've done. We'll see you all for, I hope, might be the conclusion. We'll find out.